Loved actresses. One is renowned for her roles as the lovable battle axe with the familiar face and bellow. Not David Tomlinson again, no. The other is a lady of equal renown, but for somewhat more timid portrayals and a long catalogue of wonderful performances. So we welcome Peggy Mount and Pat Coombs. It's no use pretending. You're both old chums, aren't you? Young chum. You're both been friends for a while.
A long time, yes.
Mateys.
Yes, yes.
But you see, the thing is, you're not the same as you are because traditionally you played the tremendous battle axe, the frightener.
Yes.
And you play the dormouse or the chopping block.
Doormat.
And in fact, you are tremendously aggressive and Peggy's very quiet and gentle.
Me all the time.
Yeah.
Me aggressive?
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I'm not, am I? No,
Yes,
see.
she is. Yes, she is.
I'm not
Stop
very.
appealing to the audience.
Well, they
No.
know.
No, they don't.
They do.
I know you as the real Pat Coombs.
Look.
No, it's all right. No, I don't.
Oh, stop it. Oh. Yes, that's how it used to be, didn't it? Stop it.
That one. That wonderful voice. Give us a bellow again.
Yeah, do it again.
Stop it! No.
What am I doing? I come on the Wogan show. I've refused to shout for years. The first thing I do is to yell.
No, but we know you for the gentle soul
Of
that you
course.
are. When did you meet, the pair of you? Did you meet
Well,
professionally
we were
or?
talking about... No, it was
personally?
professionally, wasn't it?
Well, I sort of inherited you from
Irene Handel.
Irene Handel, didn't I? Well, she passed you over to me.
Irene Handel passed her on to you,
That's
did
right.
she?
Yes.
What was it? Lollipop? Loves
Oh,
Mr.
that
Mole.
terrible title, Lollipop Loves Mr. Mole.
Yes.
I don't know where they got that
Awful,
title
that's
from.
a
Does anybody
wicked
remember it's going back a bit, Peg?
I shouldn't. Do you remember?
Somebody
No, they
remembers?
don't. No, they don't.
Somebody said yes.
Somebody said
Yeah.
yes, and they've just fallen over. You were nicknamed, and I go back a long time into your file, the amateur queen of Southend.
Oh, my goodness, yes. I was young. That was a very long time ago.
The amateur dramatics.
I was queen of the amateurs, you know, when I was a kid, because all I ever wanted to do was to go on the stage.
And how did you make that jump? Because lots of people, myself included, have been into amateur dramatics and all the rest, and I
Well,
never
they were
made it.
wonderful days, really. We had, you know, a great time, but all I really wanted to do was to go into the theatre. But my dad was a very sick man, and we had no money, so I couldn't go to drama school or anything. And then we had a wonderful man down in Southend who was Harry Hanson's director, and he came to see me, and he said, if you want to go into the theatre, I'll give you a chance, write to Harry. And I was sent up to Keighley in Yorkshire, and I had a week out, and I went to see him, and I said, why did you give me a break? And he said, well, amateurs are the bane of my existence. He said, they borrow from me, they bring things back broken, sometimes they don't bring them back at all. And then they say what terrible shows I put on. And he said, I waited for you. I thought, you know, the Queen of Southend, she'll be in. And he said, you didn't come. And you came to see the shows every week. When you had some money, you were in the stalls. When you were hard up, you were in the gallery. And you never, ever ran my shows down. And I thought, if that kid wants to go into the theatre, she should go. And that's how I got in.
And then you went the traditional route into stage management.
I did the stage management. And, of course, you know, weekly rep. Oh, how did we do weekly rep, Pat?
You did the same thing. You went into stage
yeah.
management.
ASM.
Yeah, ASM.
Assistant stage manager.
Assistant
and
stage
small
manager.
parts.
And small parts.
Yes. And
the awful thing about me, you see, I wanted the small parts. I didn't really want the stage management.
Neither did
I wasn't
I.
very clever at it.
Well,
and we had, in those days, twice nightly rep. They couldn't afford a new tea set or breakfast set every week. So they bought one, I think, at Woolworths. White, you know, heavy china. And it was my job, paintbrush and colours, to paint a different pattern, pretty pattern on it, so that nobody would know that next week, oh, they had that last week. And because this is true, Terry, I'm very conscientious, and I pay.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And I wanted to do that job properly, and there's never any time with twice nightly rep. And there came one terrible week where I hadn't completed the painting for something lovely like butterflies, and one half of all the cups was blank, And I said to the cast, keep them that way on so that the audience... So the painted half was okay, is it, Terry?
Those stories must be one. You must have a few yourself.
Well,
Peggy.
I had a
Yeah.
wonderful experience. There was a lovely play called Flare Path that was really a big success. It was all about, you know, going out and some not coming back and being shot down. And they had the siren and the all clear, and we got the records, but they didn't have any all clear. So the director said to me, go into the other side of the stage, Peggy. It was, you know, those little boxes on the side of the stage. He gave me a milk bottle. And he said, you go, woo! So I went onto the other side of the stage and I blew in this milk bottle. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was all right. But Saturday, I suddenly thought, I'm blowing in a milk bottle on the side of the stage. And I went, ooh! Oh, and I did get into trouble. It was a very serious part of the play. I didn't get the sack, but I did get into trouble.
You got the sack?
Oh, I got the sack. Well, it wasn't just the painting. I can't remember the play, but it was terribly important. There was a key to a door that was really, really important, and it was a practical lock, which they didn't often have. You know, you pretended, didn't you? But on this particular play, they didn't. And it was very important for the leading lady in the third act to unlock a door and come off stage, and I'd taken the key down to the prop room. There was no key. And she stood, where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key? She came out through the fireplace. I disappeared shortly after that.
You got the sack?
Yes, I went into radio.
You got the push.
I went into radio.
And television in those days was done live, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we were live television with the Larkins. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I mean, what happened on you can imagine what live television was like. I mean, you had about 3 days to rehearse it and go in
And do it.
and do it. And you went out to, you know, thousands of people. And one particular week, the author wrote 6 cats into the episode, and we lost one altogether. But men don't particularly like cats. And I made a lightning change, and I opened the door, and there was Ronan O'Casey holding a cat with the claws like that, and blood spurted. And he's doing his act, you know, trying to not to show it. And I went and got the cat, and it went brrrr and sort of settled. And then David Kossoff got hold of it. This is a bit nasty, I'm afraid. David Kossoff got hold of it, lifted up, and it shat all over. Live television.
I wish we'd more of that. Honestly. I mean, this is what you miss about live television.
Oh, yes.
He didn't
Cat
speak to me
shatting
for
all
3
over
weeks.
everything. Yes.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I said to David, never mind, David, it's lucky, and he didn't speak to me for much. Oh dear. Oh, dear.
May we see you in anything, the pair of you or singly? Is there anything coming up?
Oh, I wish. It was one of our great hopes,
That you
Terry.
could
That
Yes,
we
is that
could
we
work
do-
together. Because
you
they
know, we-
called us Laurel and Hardy.
Yes, female Laurel and
She said,
Hardy.
yes.
It's all right.
And it was such fun, the Only Young Twice, wasn't
We
it?
did
They
have
both
great
were.
fun. I mean, it really was fun.
I
People
hope
still
so.
remember it and say, is it ever coming back? No, it won't
It
as
can't,
such,
but-
but it would be smashing, wouldn't it?
And it
the
would,
pair
I mean,
of
I
us,
think
really.
somebody said that, you know, they are now in the process of kind of showing old television.
Yes.
I like, there are lots of networks in America, for instance, where they do nothing but show old television. It comes on again. And people like to see it again. But maybe we'll see you in something new.
That would be nice.
Yes,
Thank you
it would.
both. It's
It
lovely
would.
to see you both.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Pat and Peggy.